And we're back for game number 2 here. Scare Faces versus Taco Life. Taco Life just won. Scare Faces gave us a nice finisher here with some Dagon action, but again, well, Mega Creeps just finished the whole thing. We had some little loading issues and everything, but at least this time not a lot of time was lost, so everything was good. My name is Heflamoke here with Mr. Morage, please, from Canada, and you're of course watching the Hitbox Challenger here by Razor.
You always have to mention I'm from Canada, don't you?
Yes,
So
it's very
salty about
special.
it. Opening pretty standard from both sides. Scary Face has been really the only team in the last few days we've been constantly banning out this IO. They'll take that out of the pool alongside Handskin's Tusk, which did just monumental amounts of work in that first game. They're going to go right for the Shadow Fiend for Taco Life. They're going to take that away from State 21 this time, grab it up for themselves. Often, as we see, the Earthshaker going to be picked up in tandem with that SF to help secure his farm mid lane. And they do have it on the Radiant side, so they will have the ability for him to retreat to the jungle, do a little stacking, a little farming after he pushes out the waves.
Yeah. There's one more thing, guys, I have to clarify for those who are like about the stand-in rules and everything. Every team that registered for this tournament without their name whatsoever, they registered with 5 players, and based on those 5 players, they play in that roster, and they can have 2 stand-ins based on that. Like, we have Taco at the moment registered to this tournament as Ape Mother, Jalopy, Miracle, Handskin, and Jonas Somfen. That's a pre-TI fun tournament. That's the roster they are registered with. That has no meaning to NIP. They're not disbanded or Taco disbanded and whatnot. It's that roster registered. They use the Taco Life name, which is a fun stack in itself. Anyway, if that's gonna develop into a team, we don't know. But that's the roster. So at the moment, they are not with 3 stand-ins. They are, like, by definition, with only 1 stand-in due to the DDoS on Jalopy. So just to clarify that, stop place complaining. That's how it is.
Yeah, we're going to jump into this one, and Taco Life with this game, opportunity to be the first team to ever win 2 challenges in a row thus far in the Hitbox Challenger by Razor. So interesting to see if they're able to do that. Already up 1 game in this series. Rubik pickup comes out for Scary Faces. Of course, always an illustrious pickup when there's an Earthshaker on the other side. That instant cast Fisher can be super, super effective.
Yep, Queen of Pain, Rubik. What else is actually left here? It's the Gyrocopter again being left out as a core that could still be banned. Now, the question is that actually coming through? Because Scare Faces probably want that. So I think Taco's Life, or Taco Lives. How you actually say it then? Taco's Life, Taco Life's decision would be a Gyrocopter. I think now I got it.
Yeah, Gyro could definitely come out here. I mean, he's always a very strong hero. I think his ability to be relevant in every phase of the game is probably the most attractive quality of that pickup. The PL band comes out once again. We've seen that band quite a few times today. A little bit of priority given over to the offlaners as well for both sides. We are going to see the Darkseer Clockwork bands, and even the Bounty Hunter going to be removed by Taco Life. Don't want to really give any comeback mechanic or snowball mechanic over to Scary Faces with that track gold. Of course, they're a little bit more aggressive with their opening, having the Queen of Pain in this one, as opposed to the Shadow Fiend for that bounty pickup. So maybe would have synergized even a little better with this lineup than it did the first one.
Yeah. At the moment, they did not ban out the Gyrocopter, so I'm betting my Bugattis that Scare Faces is gonna take it, unless Taco Life somehow plan to go for like both of these cores. Which might be interesting, because Shadow Fiend can definitely play the mid, even though he will struggle a tiny bit against the Queen of Pain if there's not help, obviously. And, I mean, both of these cores, they would have a big portion of magic damage early on the races, as well as Call Down and Rocket Barrage. That's what makes them so strong. That's why they can join fights relatively early on. We have to see if that's their decision or if they just go for something else, except the Gyrocopter on the other side. They're still Witch Dog, Lion, Lina, the European utility heroes. They're still up for grabs.
Offlaners really have kind of been left to the end of the drafts for a couple of these teams here in the EU. It doesn't seem like that they're too worried about having to pick up signature heroes. I mean, Tusk now out of the pool, Clockwork, Darkseer. We definitely see the Undying to come out perhaps for one of these teams. In terms of kind of flavor of the month, offlaners. Taco Life going to pick up the Disruptor here. Definitely very nice versus the Queen of Pain. Defensive Glimpse or that offensive static storm can shut her down pretty heavily. Feel like maybe they could have got this disruptor a little bit later on in the draft, but they'll opt to pick it up here, and they definitely can play it well. I do worry a little bit for their safe lane. I feel like it's going to be weak with the Earthshaker roaming towards mid, and with the disruptor not being the greatest laning presence there.
Yeah, I think this is just the second Storm pick we actually had in this tournament, which is very, very interesting, because I don't know, he still feels so strong. I mean, you have also been casting some of the Chinese games over on HeflaTV, and there the Storm Spirit in the second half of the tournament was absolutely like I was about to say shit, but I would never do that. But yeah, everybody wanted him. It was all of a sudden, everybody wanted the Storm Spirit, and it was a first ban material. And here's the same. Like, Storm Spirit once utilized in this tournament in the European scene. Now he comes for the second time, and I'm curious how he's gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, he can definitely do a lot of work in this one. They do have the Static Storm for him, much like they do for the Queen of Pain. It seems like at this point we're going to see an offlane Queen of Pain. The Anti-Mage certainly not terrible at dealing with the Storm Spirit. Does need a little bit of farm before he's able to do so. Picks up maybe something like an Abyssal Blade. Perhaps we see the Shadow Fiend go for the Yule's builds here. He can blow up the Storm Spirit early on with the Requiem. Maybe even he builds into a Hex. We see that fairly rarely. But the Bloodseeker pickup comes out for Scary Faces, so a lot of pressure going to be exerted by this lineup. Storm Spirit, Queen of Pain, Bloodseeker is going to be very, very scary early on. And look for a little bit more of a space creation offlaner for Taco Life to kind of give their Anti-Mage a little bit of time to farm before all of this comes into his face. Undying, as I mentioned earlier, as one of the remaining popular offlaners, is going to be removed by Taco Life.
And I like how greedy Scary Faces go here, because this is going to be a Queen of Pain in the offline. Bloodseeker is going to get one more support in his safe lane and the Storm Spirit in the mid. That's actually not too bad. I was hoping for a Winter Wyvern, because then Storm Spirit overlaid Winter Wyvern, that would have really repelled the Shadow Fiend in the mid, given the Storm Spirit a nice time. The Queen of Pain should be fine in the offlane. Only problem is, if that's really an offline Queen of Pain, then she will struggle against the Disruptor. You never put more points than one into your Plink, till you, for example, have the... Okay, when you're mid, it's Shadow Strike. When you're in another lane, it's the Scream, more or less. But yeah, that long cooldown, plus the mana burn on the way, I think they can actually kill that Queen of Pain very efficiently. So she gotta be super careful.
Yeah, she has to be careful, but I think, I touched upon it when they picked up the Disruptor in the third phase. This is just Scary Faces recognizing the weakness of the safe lane of Taco Life, and putting that Queen of Pain is certainly greedy. But if she plays her cards right, she'll survive and find levels. She may not find farm, but she'll find levels. And with the Storm Spirit being able to jump for her, and the Bloodseeker also backing her up, she should be able to get some stuff done before this Anti-Mage comes online. So I don't mind the greed from Scary Faces here. They do really need to pick up a very stable support thus far hereafter. I know it's not a pickup that we see all that often, but the Ancient Seal does a lot of work for Scary Faces in amplifying damage, and of course gives them a little chase potential with the Conch Shot. I would like to see something like a Skywrath Mage for them. We're probably more likely to see something like a Lina, but some sort of aggressive damage-heavy support would be nice.
Pinch me. Is that real?
Is that we're talking about greed with a Queen of Pain offlane, and easiest draft of our lives.
Oh man, finally. As a reminder, guys, this is a pre-TI fun tournament. It's a nice new format I came up with when I was drunk. No, that's actually a lie. But it was very late night, and I so far enjoyed the format that the winner chooses the next enemy, and so far they chose some really nice matchups. We're gonna get a Ricky as well as a Techie, so it's definitely gonna be very, very interesting. A lot of things are gonna blow up, and that's always good in Dota, right? Isn't it?
It definitely is. As much as you guys hate techies, it's always nice to see in the competitive scene. As much as how much MMR you've lost from the techies players, it's definitely nice to see in the competitive scene. Ricky pick up too.
This is a techies without any without any crazy synergy. There is no Tusk. There's no nothing. So
this is just your vanilla techies right here.
Yeah, this is a vanilla techies, and he wants to blow up the people that come to the bottom bounty rune, I guess. So anyway, there's one more thing I have to say. Of course, this whole thing is sponsored by Hitbox as well as Razer, and also Razer. They gave us hardware for you guys, everybody who's watching out there. After this game, we're gonna go, like, not after this game. If Scary Faces win, then of course after the third game. But either way, after this series, we have a Razer Black Widow to give away. That's waiting for you. All you have to do is have a Hitbox account, be here on the Razer channel. I will start the raffle, and then one name will pop up, and if that one name responds to me, you are the winner of that. And this is not the end. This is gonna happen the next 5 days. So brace yourself. This is coming.
That's right, boys. Brace yourselves for a Ricky versus Techies matchup. In addition to this, mine's gonna find the first kill. Easy death onto Handskin. And the boundary and the GLHF comes out after the first blood, PPD style. Blinking from Era. He's going to find the bounty room, but he's going to catch some raises. He's going to catch some spirits. The raise is going to be caught by Shadowway and Ramses. Everyone going to get pretty low, but nothing much. Just a first blood going the way of the Techies. And we're going to start off with a bang for SFZ.
Did you see that fight recap? 0 gold, 0 experience traded. Like, I was like, what? That's just the first blood.
Easy regen usage.
Okay, very, very interesting, I have to say. Either way, first blood goes to SFZ, guys, and we are hopping into this game. As already mentioned, it's gonna be very exciting, and with 2 minutes delay, I'm gonna see the reaction in chat. Now everybody is going full YOLO in the chat. 2 minutes delay, we finally see the reaction. Anyway, so the laning is gonna be Jonas Sumpfan here, again on the offline, playing the Ricky.
No sentries yet for the Dire side. Interesting. And it's gonna give him a lot of space early on.
Well, I mean, the 1 point of invisibility it's a very long cooldown. You actually have a chance to bring him low, and also the Bloodseeker. Remember, if he's low, then the Bloodseeker sees him anyway. Maybe that's something they bench on, but sooner or later, the Rubik needs the 200 gold just to get the sentries in. They need to make something happen on that Ricky. You have to punish someone who picks a Ricky. Yeah,
he's got the PMS. He can stand up in lane and get. He should get a lot of experience here under his tower if he rotates down. So he'll find levels at the very least before Eknar picks up a couple of sentries for this lane. But Eknar going to look to deny up the next wave, making a pull here. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Era not finding all that much farm on his anti-mage. It's going to be a little bit of a tough go for him until he has the support to rotate in.
But they pinged already the mines. So these mines are actually in an awkward spot because they are close enough for the creeps to take it. And that's, of course, always bad. That being said, Anti-Mage still not 100% sure about it, and he has to like just make sure he's not running into it. So we have to see. Like Era with a 1-1-1 build here at the moment. I don't know how much CS he's gonna get in that lane. It's not gonna be much if they play that aggressive.
I like the laning techies here. I like that they're applying pressure to this anti-mage. It's forcing the Earthshaker over towards that lane as well, which means that the Queen of Pain is going to garner an advantage mid, and State 21 already 13 CS to the 2 of 8 Mothers SF.
Yep. Do you think this is going to be a laning Teshi till, like, I don't know, level 3-4, and he's going to go somewhere with level 2 mines and a suicide, so that he's pretty much like a...
He definitely picks up a couple of levels here in lane. Already going to... Yeah. Already going to pick up his level 3 soon. Eknar rotated in mid with a haste, but timely bottle delivery from the courier for 8 Mother was able to keep him up.
And the dust has also now arrived on a Rubik, which means we could have initiation on the Ricky. But so far he's doing fine. He has like the typical Orb of Wonder, but oh bottom, there's a suicide by Techies going on the anti-mage. That was...
Never last hit versus Techies.
Nice one.
Ever.
So Techies blowing things up just as it should be. Also top Ricky harassing that Bloodseeker. If you turn the back to a Ricky, then it really, really hurts. It really does hurt. Eknar is coming in, but yeah, he's
especially with Blood Rage on. Yeah, he does have that Orb of Venom and the boots as well, so there is some chase potential from Jonas Sumpfan. Krista needs to be a little bit careful here, but I mean he does have his Rubik behind him, so really no kill potential, but don't want to get a little bit too low and then allow for some rotations to come in from that
Earthshaker. Revenge here. It really looks like they are now the aggressive ones. They're
the suicide is down.
You cannot run through. But okay,
yeah,
no.
The fish are gonna hit on the wrong side, unfortunately.
By the way, there's also the techies also having the Orb of Venom. I really love this build because that way the techies gets effectively some more damage on his right clicks. I mean, his right clicks are a joke, obviously. The mines, by the way, blown up by the creep wave, and now they know, okay, mines are down. Not much is actually gonna happen here. Storm Spirit getting glimpsed back, and well, there's not much he can do. They are running through the Remnant, and the double damage techies now joining. Now he actually has some decent right click.
Don't think he'll be killing anyone with it anytime
Nope.
soon, especially not having the suicide. They're actually going to jump forward onto him. Mine is going to be popped. Air going to take a bit of damage, but with that 1 point in the spell shield, he's just fine for now. Even though mines are physical damage. What a noob who says that, honestly. But either way, they are going to zone him out for now.
Oh, top. We have the engagement here on the Ricky. He stands in the Blood Ride, and that should be easy kill. Finally, it took them 4.5 minutes. They had all the time.
Missing? He's missing like 6 creeps and a siege creep worth of experience for that death. That's going to be costly.
Yeah, definitely. That's the next creep wave completely missed by the Ricky. But I mean, he had a good time in this line, and he completely buckled up with the entire agility pattern you can go for cheap items like the Poor Man's Shield coming in, and Band of Elven Skin probably into PTs, and going for Yasha. That it's kind of crazy how good a Ricky scales off agility.
Yeah, I mean, you generally see the Diffusal Blade here, but in this game it's not very good. I mean, you got the Queen of Pain with the Blink and the Ball Lightning from the Storm Spirit, Thirst Stacks for the Bloodseeker, so it's not going to give you much chase potential. Maybe look for him to go for something a little bit more agility effective, like you mentioned, probably right into the S and Y.
Yep. But look at this bottom line, it's a 4 from back, but this Fisher's not going anywhere. Actually, the Fisher is beautiful, because now suddenly he's blocked in. There's a Kinetic Field, but oh my god, look at this Disruptor and Suicide Squad. Maybe it's not even needed. There it is. There we have the kill, and well, that being said, the Storm Spirit is still not out of here, and Era just going for it, and with these right clicks, that should be also the revenge kill. It's a 3-for-1 trade if you consider that suicide, but also the Queen of Pain dying in the mid. That was a man fight. Or actually, like, more of a V fight, because, yeah.
Yeah, Ricky came in, so.
Yeah.
2 versus 1 there. Queen of Pain gets double teamed, that's unfortunate. Either way, jump forward again. Does he have the smoke screen available? He does, and now the raises will come through as well. State 21 gonna catch 2. The stick charges keep him alive. He turns with the Sonic Wave, brings down the Ricky. TPs are in from Eknard as well. Ape Mother in trouble. He's gonna go down to the tower.
Too greedy. Too greedy after
nice
the punishment directly. The Dominant Rank picks here really saving. She wants to go for a salve, but interrupted by the Disruptor who's coming in. He completely did not register this rotation. Still, Taco really getting punished. But, oh, look at this. She really wants revenge for this one. She still has 2 stick charges. There's a nice little telekinesis, but look at it. The right click, he's gonna pay, however. The tower is gonna finish it, or the Ricky is gonna do it.
Yeah, nice pick up there from the Ricky, getting the last hit on that kill. That'll give him the treads. But either way, still, the Shadow Fiend diving a little too deep there, mid going down, definitely helps out SFZ, all things considered. It gives Taco a bit of space on their anti-mage to farm, though. And he hasn't really been contested the last couple minutes.
Yep, 7 minutes in at the moment. Do we have anything crucial coming out? I mean, the Bloodseeker is going for a stunner build, right, with the Hand of Midas. There's nothing really special about it, so he's just as squishy as he always is. For now, he has to go into some stats here, some armor, some HP, to make this whole thing work. Bottom, the techies, I kind of feel for him. A laning techies who is planting the walls directly on the observer ward, as well as a sentry ward right next to it. So these mines, they will be forever virgin, pretty much. They're not gonna find any boom.
Suicide coming off cooldown as well in 15 seconds. Ball Lightning not quite available for Ramses. He's just going to pick it up now in the jungle as he stacks up a camp. So they can get aggressive with that combo. And the techies finding some space alone bottom lane. Rotation comes around though from Miracle. And this should be an easy kill. He will suicide and get the mine double kill for Shadow A. Easiest game of his life.
Oh, beautiful. It's beautiful. Very explosive. But also here, look at the Queen of Pain finding the Shadow Fiend with a double damage. The sticks being used, the bottle even being used, and it doesn't really help. And now the Disruptor coming in, but she's just going fully ham. Now the Ricky is on her butt, but that's also not really gonna work. She's actually blinking forward, even though she could go for the Ricky. Now the Ricky going ham on that Rubik, but I think, yeah, she has to go back. Everything's just going on here at the moment. The Queen of Pain, there is, oh my god, one more hit. It is actually a triple kill right there, and the Blink is also ready just to get healthy out of this. Scary Face is making a damn good trade.
Yeah, and didn't even really need the Sonic Wave there if she closed the gap. Had Blink in 2 seconds, but either way, still a nice set of engages for State 21 there mid. Doing very well on this Queen of Pain early on, and it's gotta hurt Taco Life, that double death bot lane. So all in all, SFC looking very good in this early game, 12 to 7.
This was a team wipe. If the bottom line was really a team wipe, you get a double kill by the techies done in the bottom lane, and then they all rotate on a Rubik and a Queen of Pain, and they all die. So this is 5 for nothing, 5 for a suicide pretty much. So very, very effective trade for SFZ. That should be a lot of net worth going their way. We also have a smoke. Looking at that 4k net worth, maybe they want more, maybe they find more. It could be a Storm Spirit going on that Shadow Fiend. He's really far behind the tower because he knows something is coming on him, but yes, they have the vision and they all just go on him, and he gets one raise off, but I think that's the end of the story. Not even a Requiem or anything skilled yet, so easy going for them.
Raise stolen by the Rubik. Before that, he had the Blink. Yeah, bottom lane, they are going to... And the Bloodseeker should be able to chase down the Earthshaker there for sure on cooldown. And Glimpse is going to try and bring him back in tower range. He's going to go aggressively. The remote mine going to be thrown there by Shadowway. That'll back off that Disruptor.
The battle techies, it's coming. It's absolutely coming. I'm so glad the techies found his way into the European scene. But bottom, they are not done yet. The Ricky finally coming in. Wants to get the techies. Is blowing himself up. But this time, the Ricky's was not affected. There's only one landmine actually here. Yeah, this is one landmine. No, this is two.
Tried to go for that mine suicide combo again.
Yeah. But didn't really work. So. I mean, the Ricky had one more Blink Strike ready, but he didn't use it on the techies because he was very suspicious about the position. And look at this, techies just trying to sneak in, and the Ricky is just going for it. He has one Blink Strike, second Blink Strike, can silence him right there. That should be the kill. But look at the rotations. They're trying to go for it. There is no dust. There's no dust on Eknard, so he can't really go for anything.
Yeah, interesting. Eknard had the Blink Strike from the Ricky beforehand, and he swapped it out for the Raise. It was a really nice spell for him to have, but either way, nice gank there from Jonas fan, knowing that the suicide was down, went right in on the techies. Definitely the right play there.
Absolutely, and well, bottom, they want to go for it again. Queen of Pain getting glimpsed back, and the Bloodseeker ending up on the wrong side of the fissure, so there's not even anything interesting coming out except for that Rupture, but Anti-Mage just using that salve directly on top of it, so he's fine, not even vision given on him, and everybody's just, going back to their lane, business as usual.
Aquila in base for the Ricky, and he picks that up. He's looking pretty good for 11 minutes in, coming out of the off lane. Ramses now has been farming up the jungle quite a bit as well. Doesn't have too much to speak of, though, coming from that off lane dual lane with the 2 deaths. But all in all, State 21, it looks like he's going to rush an Aghanim Scepter here. With that early Ogre Club pickup.
Yep, and the Ricky found the Storm Spirit. The Storm Spirit, however, not farming in the jungle here with remnants or anything, because that might have been very interesting for the Ricky. You wait till he's low, and then you just kill him under a cloud right there before you can actually ball lightning out. The techies now with smoke in a position where it's really interesting, because like this is like these position here, like they are not just a pop position, also like oh, look at this Shadow Fiend running in suicide. It's not enough. It's not enough. He needed a second mine right there, and 8 Mother is like, no. What just happened? No instant gratification for us there. Thirst stacks are going to keep the vision on to 8 Mother for now, but should be able to bottle up. Has that haste rune as well. Can farm up the jungle now for the next little bit. Even mid lane pushing in for him. Should be just fine and safe to farm that up. 8 Mother doing decently well, Aquila, as well as the tread soon on top of his bottle, but still not nearly as well as his laning counterpart. 2,200 gold up on State 21's Queen of Pain on top of that Ogre Club treads and bottle. And I just see the mods here on the Racer channel. They open a poll: who will win, Ricky or techies? Well, that's what it comes down to, boys. We have to see. I mean, the last little move was, of course, not really the right one, of course, for for the techies to go for, but you see how much damage he can do within seconds, pretty much, if he really wants to. Yeah, and when you're maxing out suicide, you have to go for those plays because the cooldown's not quite as bad. Bot lane Shadowway just standing by his lonesome, and no one really want to be in the face of his techies. They are going to glimpse back Quista on the Bloodseeker, just try and keep him away. Handskin, maybe spotted out here. Quista looking for him, not going to find him just yet. Has a hatchet, but doesn't think to jump into the trees. He's being scouted out, but he's got support behind him. Dust up onto Eknar's Rubik now as well, and he will plant a Deep Dire Ward
for them to get a bit of information. But the Disruptor gonna TP out to base, and everyone just gonna retreat to farming.
Yep, this is
Top
not going
lane.
anywhere, but look at the Ricky. He's really wants that Storm Spirit. At least keeping tabs on him.
Yeah, I mean, Ramsey's looking pretty darn healthy at this point. He's going to need support to come in. He's got the Anti-Mage rotating in, but the Dire have vision of this AM with double damage. Yeah.
This is double damage anti-mage. It might actually be enough to kill him. Like 3 hits under the cloud. The smokescreen might do the trick, and then going for mana break, that would probably do it, but nah, he's just going towards mid, and that's not really going to happen. Instead, we have 2 very hard hitting cores at this point, 36 souls full equipped there, and they go for a tier 1 tower, plus the double damage, of course. It's gonna be a tier 1 tower trade, more or less. If the Techies uses a mine, he can even go for a safe last hit, and there we go, kill secure.
Yeah, Shadowway doing well. Has his Soul Ring, can probably get that Yules up fairly soon. That's what he opts for. It looks like NIP with the double damage are willing to at least pressure forward to force out some rotations. They will. Eknart gonna rotate in, as well as Ramses. They got the ball lightning available, but Ramses not coming from Fountain there, so doesn't have his full mana pool, able to jump forward.
Yep, at the moment Scary Faces, they made so many nice moves and everything, but it kind of stagnated a tiny bit, to be honest. And also, Techies is not getting the lane presence I thought he will. I mean, with the Soul Ring now, with the Arcane Boots, which is like the pub build, more or less, it's still not looking, I know, that good. I wanted to see more presence everywhere with the mines.
State 21 actually going to go for the BKB, so definitely very worried about the smoke screen coming up from the Ricky. It's only level 1 at this point, but she has dropped pretty low the couple of times he's dropped the smoke screen on her, so she's just going to look to BKB and turn and throw her magic damage toolkit at Ricky. Probably can kill him more often than not when that's the case, but still a little bit defensive for my liking on the Queen of Pain, considering how far ahead she was. And she's going to meet up with the Techies here. In mid lane, they are going to look to flank Jonas some fan. They get the dust off. There's the telekinesis. Shadow Strike, Scream of Pain. The smoke screen will come down, but Ricky should be dead here. He's going to try and blink up to the north and get away, but the dust there. Blink back to the south. Fade Bolt. Going to finish him off.
Yeah, he tried to go for the sneaky Blink Strike plays. That's why Techies actually prepared a mine already in case he's the one, but it was too late placed, therefore it didn't really trigger. Techies wins this one over Ricky. If that's the end result of the game, that's of course the big question. Top, they were a tiny bit pushing, but now they just rotate away to whatever else they are thinking might happen. We have here Mr. Hanskin cornered in, and nobody has any idea this is happening, but oh, look at this. What just happened?
This game is going very well for SFZ right now. I mean, taking a look at the net worth, Era is underneath the farm of the off lane, or just about at par with the farm of the off lane Storm Spirit right now. The Queen of Pain and the Bloodseeker leaps and bounds ahead of the SF and Ricky, so things looking really good for SFZ.
Oh, look at bottom. Actually, they were jumping on that anti-mage. Now he's in vision and everything. Look at the Techies. He smells blood. He's like, come on, get it. But Ricky's actually finding this one, and I think he has to suicide here. Yes, he has to suicide to not feed himself there. Why? The anti-mage kill would have been, of course, amazing, and it was more or less a bait. The Ricky knew about this is gonna happen.
Yeah, Era able to make it back home safely. Still is quite a ways off that Battle Fury. Needs about another 1,450 gold until he's able to pick that up. So once he picks that up, he'll start to be able to accelerate his farm. But Aghanim's going to come out fairly soon for State 21. Midas is already out for Quista, so they have some farming tools of their own and are already in a pretty significant lead. BKB going to come out for 8 Mother fairly soon as well. He actually opted to just sell that Mithril Hammer back, so perhaps opting for an SNY here or just holding on to buyback.
And he's trying here in the mid to establish more and more of a presence. He's putting up 2 sentry wards as well as like an offensive observer ward down. Like there are remote mines at this camp, and I don't even dare to show it. But oh, bottom, look at this. Ricky's trying to TP out, but do they have anything? No, they're not even going to go for it. They cancel it. They want to go for the disruptor, but the Storm Spirit has been cleansed back, and the kinetic field. What a beautiful play here by Taco coming out.
Yeah, able to save the Ricky there.
And himself. I mean, this was really a sick play. Henskin completely doing it. Like, the glimpse back on the Storm Spirit, screwing him completely over with the mana. He ends up being far, far away without any mana. The Riki TP's out, and then I thought, okay, he throws his life away for the sake of the Riki, but with the kinetic field on the Bloodseeker, even this one failed.
Mid lane, they catch a Fisher onto stage 21. He's going to turn off his BKB and look to turn. He's getting right-click down, though, from the behind. Yonasan Fan doing a bunch of work. He's going to have to be forced to pop his invisibility rune. And there is some dewarding going on, so Queen of Pain well aware that the Disruptor would be able to see her if she jumps in towards that mid lane and tries to find a retreating Earthshaker, but unable to do so.
And the blinks are coming out. They know, like, there is an sentry ward right here. They saw this all popping on top. There's a go by the nice Requiem here. However, the Vortex level 1 interrupting the entire thing. Now they have the Telekinesis and the Storm Spirit dying right there. What a beautiful ultimate now, even by the Disruptor. And everybody is just going down, even with the stolen Requiem. Nice little try of the glimpse, but this one didn't really work out. The Bloodseeker cleaning up at least the Shadow Fiend now. Where is the Fissure? It has to be the right one. Blood Ride. He's really trying to do it. We have no mana break. Just a normal right clicks will do the trick. Where's Techies? We could need your power right now, but look at the Queen of Pain coming. Oh, beautiful Sonic Wave, and the right click should just do the trick. No, one more needed, and the glimpse again just doing work. Blink forward. Was it the right blink? Miracle? Yes, going down. So make it a free for free. And Techies, where's your participation?
Where is this Techies indeed? He's setting up quite a few death traps over in the Radiant jungle, and it seems like those look to be some pretty effective ones. We'll see if an IP falls there. Very nice, very odd play, I want to say, from the Bloodseeker. They're just trying to get that lifesteal off of the Anti-Mage, manning up against him without his Blade Mail on cooldown there, and he ends up falling before the Anti-Mage does. Of course, State 21 coming in to clean things up, but I still feel like State of the Game, definitely a good exchange for Taco.
Absolutely. So looking at the game at the moment, it's Scare Faces is leading. Actually lost quite a bit in the last fight. The very last fight was, I think, fairly even when it comes to what actually was there. And now, what I don't like about the Techies at this point is that he's doing really in everything in one position. So if they're coming through and like cleaning it up very slowly, then yeah, he's losing out on a lot. We have the Riki scouting out the Bloodseeker, and we have the Anti-Mage coming in. Is that actually enough? That might be very, very interesting. They're sneaking around. Anti-Mage is, if I zoom out, completely there, hiding in the trees.
He's got his Battle Fury up as well, so that's quite a bit of damage, but
yeah,
they're not going to jump in on Quista.
No, it's the Blade Mail probably mostly. Like by the time you actually jump on him, smoke screen him, then he's gonna use the Blade Mail, and you take so much damage if you really want to go through with it. And by the time he is out of the smoke screen, you might as well just kill yourself, because then yeah, you're so low, he will turn around and just Blood Ride rupture you.
Yeah, they will opt to take the safe route there, and now maybe pushed in towards this tower. It's a little bit of mines on the right side, but I don't think enough to kill off either of these heroes. And just waiting for someone to show on the map before they commit to this tower. In terms of the Radiant Vision, they don't see any of the Dire heroes at the moment, so Taco a little bit hesitant here.
Yeah, and Miracle stuck in here at the moment in the mid. There are some blinks coming out, and it would actually be nice if this SFZ knew about this, because they could probably steal it. Like, even with a normal mine, a remote mine, and whatever else, you can probably steal that stack, and that would be amazing. Talking about Arcanum Scepter, that would what the Techies needs. What does he have at this point? Is there anything rolling out? Does he really just have 600 gold?
Okay. He bought the Arcanes, yeah, so.
Yeah. I mean, he had the Arcanes for quite a while, but yeah, he died by the Riki, or had to suicide there. Oh, but look at this, going full ham. Here's the Queen of Pain. The rest of the team was not really going for it. There's a nice
Ramsey's
back,
got
and that completely was wasted. No, it was not. BKB used, and well, that's how you also can get kills. It's very brute forced, but sure, why not?
Eknar gonna drop a smoke screen to cover his Queen of Pain's retreat as well. Don't know if it was worth that 9-second BKB charge just to find the disruptor kill there, but once again, Hanskin with a nice glimpse back on the Storm Spirit, and mitigates any damage that Taco Life could take in terms of a full 5-man engagement.
Once that +1 comes out on the Storm Spirit, we definitely have to see a BKB on him. That's very much needed, but now, look at this. Era is farming in the enemy jungle. Now maybe showing, it's nighttime, not the greatest vision here. He sees the Queen of Pain, and they're going back. What they could need is, of course, the Bloodseeker right there, but he is actually bottom, Blood Ride, and he wants to go for something. Oh, with the Blade Mail on and everything. Wow, that did so much damage, and he gets the tower as a bonus on top. He has no vision as such. Ricky is not below the threshold, so he's actually getting away with this. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, a couple of thirst stacks there giving him some extra MS. And with that S and Y chunking down the Disruptor real quickly. They do have Ape Mother maybe baiting in lane. Ricky's going to show now. He's going to get ruptured up. Bloodright is there as well. He's going to try and TP out. Big zip in from Ramses. Easy kill onto the Ricky. Felt safe with Ape Mother nearby, but Ape Mother with just a BKB. Nothing to save him. No mech, no wheels, nothing of the sort.
Yeah, absolutely nothing really coming out. And this was a very expensive kill there by Taco N. Nice forward. Anti-Mage trying to escape towards probably the worst case scenario. Now they see him, they know exactly where they are. And does he do anything? Yes. It's not even needed. That level 4
Tick down from the Queen of Pain kills him off as opposed to the neutral deny, which is a
so
little unfortunate
actually.
But yeah, I mean the Thirst doing work for SFZ there. Still feels like they have a firm grip on this game, but not as bad as it once was. I mean, the Battle Fury's out, the BKB is out. Ricky found his S and Y now, so the cores are finding some farm for Taco, and it feels like they scale a bit better than SFC.
Yeah, the only thing I'm really worried about is that the Queen of Pain is really forcing it, like especially with the BKBs.
Yeah.
And all Earthshaker is stacking here. I guess the techies is like, nah, you shall not stack, and yeah, this is not gonna happen. Nicely interrupting this, and as I said, they gotta be careful, like with losing heroes right and left, and then the Earthshaker just making the most obvious stacks of all time. Some of these stacks might actually be stolen.
And they do have some vision in the jungle by virtue of these mines planted well earlier. It's really interesting to see that no one from the Radiant side has taken this path up the stairs yet. But Jonas or Shadow 8 not giving up on this spot just yet.
No, he has to refresh them. The remote mates actually are running out, and well, that's the biggest problem if you really play that stationary techies. It's still good for a single reason, because this is not usually the supply line of reinforcements into Roshan. That's your rotation line where you get into the Roshan fight or where you enter your jungle. So at the moment they force people around bottom, and bottom has nothing anymore.
I mean, what just happened?
Hmm?
The creeps just got aggroed. I think he blew up a mine by accident, and then they blew up all the mines on the stairs.
No, the mines are expiring, and when the mines expire, they are exploding actually.
So yeah, aggroed all the creeps, walked up the stairs, blew up all his mines.
That was a very, very much big misplay, because that was at least 5 mines or something like that. And yeah, like these creeps here that were aggroed over there. So
it's okay. No one really cries for a Techies player, so. Shadow gonna
come on.
try and put a couple of mines up in the trees here, and his lineup trying to bait out Stay 21, who has that BKB mid. Jump forward, BKB Requiem is gonna land, and Space 21 having to jump back out. Instant TP away from Ape Mother and his whole lineup though. And they're just gonna trade BKB charges here. 10 seconds on the Bloodseeker, 10 seconds on the SF. Glimpse back though onto the Bloodseeker into a Static Storm, but he's just gonna man up against Handskin, and we'll be able to bring him down. Space 21 taking a lot of damage, but we'll be able to blink out to the north.
Interesting, I have to say. This is the time where I always wish that the anti-mage would actually be part of the game, but at the moment Era is completely in farm mode. He is absolutely tunnel visioning on the goal. That's what he wants. He wants... Whoa, the Ricky. He just sniped that courier. I saw him here, but I didn't see the courier was going this direction. Did they have vision, anything on them? No, not really. No sentries in those positions. Maybe they jump on the anti-mage anytime soon.
Era's just had really good game sense these last couple minutes. I mean, he walked up the stairs, stopped right before this pile of mines, blinks up to the north cam, then knows that there are heroes nearby, no one showing on the map in any lane, blinks away again, and just continuing to...
defusal, by the way, the Ricky. That's gonna make it a lot harder, of course, to escape the smoke screen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, I saw it.
Low,
I saw it. Finally, someone was... Miracle is doing the deed. He was like, you know, Shadowfiend, I know you need space, so I'm gonna clean it up for you.
Space 21.
Oh,
indeed.
Look at the Ricky. The Ricky was like moving here, like, oh my goodness, Jesus Christ! But look at the Bloodseeker waiting out that glimpse, and now Bloodright. There's nothing to actually interrupt this, even though he gets tons of damage because the wolves are on his tail as well.
Invis Rune going to be picked up by Eknard as well. He's got the Requiem stolen from the mid lane engagement.
I did not expect this one coming. Sorry for the bad camera, but that Ricky just jumped on
Top
the
lane.
techies under the tower.
Requiem going to be popped off. State 21 has his BKB up, though. Does no damage to him. He's just going to look to man up against the Earthshaker. But BKB expiring soon. Yonesum fan doesn't have any blink charges left and can't cancel that TP. They get a glimpse, but it's just too early. The glimpse effect, the TP still gets off.
Okay, that's the first time I actually see this kind of interaction. I mean, usually you use the glimpse and then... Okay, never mind that in the mid there's a jump here on the Disruptor, and that's an easy kill, unless, of course, Ricky is somehow coming in. Not using the Diffuser Plate here in Agnar, like, he doesn't really have anything left, but there's a Rupture. Ricky is going down, and look at the Rubik just, yeah, also having some sort of suicide button with the Requiem he had stolen before.
Yep, pops off the Requiem mid, even gets that Death Requiem off, and... These trades are just becoming, I mean, really one-sided for SFZ. You mentioned it before, Era just not contributing to any of these engagements, just trying to farm, but the fact that his lineup is just losing everywhere else really doesn't bode well for Taco here, and he hasn't found much. I mean, since he picks up this Battle Fury, which was about 9 minutes ago, even more, he's only found the Yasha, so although he's been finding farm, he's still been pressured enough that SFZ are still finding more on all of their core.
And just FYI, like, the poll that started with clearly saying that Ricky was gonna win suddenly shifted during the game. And everybody's now on Techie's side. Oh lord, that is so funny indeed.
Yeah, I mean, Shadowwave's played really well on his Techies, specifically in the laning stage early
Except for
on.
that one creep pull. Accidentally creep pull.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for sure, and that lost him.
But he couldn't kill that stack before because that was also the bait stack. Like, if you would put it without the stack there, everybody would have seen like, oh, okay, yeah, camp is blocked and everything, but there we go. Jonas Sunfan wants to punish him. You dirty techie speaker.
Easy poll vote.
Yes.
For those of you.
But in the meantime, they get Roshan, and that's of course a good thing. The Bloodseeker is actually gonna get the Aegis. Not the very best Aegis carry in my opinion, because mostly he has everything used before. Blink out here by the Shadow Fiend. He's looking for something. Actually, he could find the Ricky, but he has no vision himself, so that's definitely not gonna happen. And you really gotta be careful. I mean, yes, you can be a bit more ballsy with the Aegis, but maybe not that much.
Yeah, they don't have too much vision on the Radiant side, but everyone out of position to initiate onto the Bloodseeker, so he'll be just fine for now. State 21 with the Refresher, Aghanim's 6-second BKB.
Yeah,
jumping forward is going to find the Earthshaker and easy Sonic Wave.
The Fisher gave him away,
really
by the
have
way.
the mana, though.
The Fisher gave him away, like all the way. The Rubik was on the other side. He saw that Fisher being cast through here, and then he was like, okay. I love how the Rubik also stands on the mines. He's like, okay, Ricky, go, come in me, bro.
Yonesum fan going to show himself in mid, and Krista going to rotate in now. He's going to drop the smoke screen, try and make it away. He will be able to fade in time. Nice reactions there by Yonesum fan. Glimpse back onto State 21. He's going to keep the Disruptor safe once again. Hanskin feels like he's been the target of every single gank from SFZ all game. TP's in.
That's gonna be interesting because of the raises and everything. I mean, 2 remote mines, okay, they're blowing up, but he's not impressed at all, and he's just suiciding right there. Agnar trying to help him, but also top. There's a nice little fight going on. Queen of Pain actually with the BKB on, and Ricky with the mana burn and everything. He has to sub forward and get out of range for those blink strikes, but he's also so slowed from still having the diffuser played in the techies. Just killed the Shadow Fiend there, I think.
Right? He chased through Agnar like this. He did one of these, and whoop! Boom! Right into the mines. Yeah, yes. Easy. Oh, top lane Ramses is gonna go down though.
That fight is still going on. I thought he's given up, but he followed him in the base pretty much. Right after we wanted to analyze the nice explosions, and look at the Queen of Pain coming in, but oh my god, they all get owned under this smoke screen. Still enough HP left and then even enough mana left. That's most important, to turn around and just kill him right there where he stands.
Yeah, maybe a slightly better placed smoke screen there from Yonesum Fang garners him 2 kills, but he does get the Storm Spirit. State 21 already doing extremely well on the Queen of Pain. We'll find another kill, 1300 gold on top of that Refresher Orb that she just picked up. And things still looking good for SFZ. Shadow Fiend really hasn't felt like much of a presence this game. Blink BKB. He's just not hitting hard enough, only hitting for about that 170 damage at this point. So really kind of just dead weight unless he gets off a big Requiem.
Yeah, and we have the Manastai now on the anti-mage, which is probably one of the more dangerous items, because right now, if the Ricky actually gets an opening on something, and a smoke screen, unless you have BKB, or unless you want to use your BKB, you have 2 sources of mana burn, +2 from the illusions. You are faster than anything else. Oh, but look at it, Storm Spirit getting completely blown up. Beautiful stun into that static storm now. BKB used by the Bloodseeker, but he's like, damn Fisher. So they're gonna get this kill, but I think nothing else. There has been a glimpse back, but that's pretty much all about it. So it's a 1-1 trade, core for core. Actually, the Shadow Fiend, well, he was their hope so far, and the Storm Spirit is not even that significant in this game anymore.
Yeah, and he has a regen rune and a much quicker respawn because of the Bloodstone, so I feel like it's still a good trade for SFZ there.
The anti-mage, Manta now in theory ready. Is it actually somewhere on the courier? No, he has to send the courier out, but of course this is a bad time for this courier. He, however, gets a haste rune, and I think he's gonna head towards the other secret shop right there, and gonna buy your Manta. There it goes, and Techies is gonna blow up that tricky. Was it in the mid?
Yep.
Yes. Oh lord.
More and more tragedies happening across.
They work on the tier 3 tower. Look at this.
Yeah, no buyback on Ricky either, and there is a buyback on the SF, but still down for 20 seconds. Really doesn't want to expend that at this point. Meanwhile, Quista and State 21 just right-clicking away at these buildings, and they should get this range racks fairly easily here. Era has jumped in and maybe can look to make a defense, but Quista already taking this down, still does have the Aegis as well.
Okay, that's very interesting. The Storm Spirit in the meantime getting that Earthshaker kill. I have no idea how that just happened. He was safe here, but I think he moved up, but I had vision, or I don't know what exactly happened there, but it's a glimpse back on the Bloodseeker, but he's using probably Mac right there, and it's not coming to that position. So that's a range racks down, that's a meteor racks down. Easy lane for them. They didn't even start to like show even some sort of sign of defense.
Earthshaker was up in the trees right here trying to flank them with an Echo or something like that. Didn't have a Blink Dagger yet, and with a Remnant, Ramsey's just spotted him out and took an easy kill. So yeah, easy first lane of racks going the way of the Dire side, and SFZ looking to take this to a game 3.
Yep. No, I wouldn't even be that sure. At the moment we have, well, a 20k lead still. Anti-Mage who's farming, Anti-Mage who could really do something in other lanes, especially now that he has the Manta 1.3 on top of it. Some buybacks are still are either available or will soon be available. I think they can still mount a defense. It was really just the bad timing of Quap and Bloodseeker already working on everything, and then suddenly the Ricky's dying. And talking about Ricky dying, oh my god, Techies! He's silenced! He was silenced, and he could not get anything off there. He needed a suicide plus the remote traps to actually do something. There's a smoke in the area as well, so SFZ, I might actually lose some heroes right now.
Yeah, they could be able to flank them in if they see them with the wave, but everyone's backed off now, and the Ricky will be able to spot out Quista. He does not have an Aegis now. He does have that butterfly, though, but he's going to walk into many heroes top. They are going to be able to trap him up underneath the Static Storm and the Kinetic Field. Requiem gets off, hits onto Ramses, will force him to back off. Sonic Wave through 5, and this double Sonic Wave comes through as well. BKB still up, though, and the Shadow Fiend alive. Mana Void coming through onto the Queen of Pain. A few more right clicks, they won't have enough to bring her down, and now the Requiem again stolen by Eknard is going to be popped off. 5 people down from Taco Life side.
That Rubik Requiem, I don't think anyone expected this one coming. Like, perfectly casting the Requiem, taking telekinesis and dropping them directly on your big toe, pretty much, to get maximum Requiem damage. That was kind of hilarious, I have to say. So, this Queen of Pain making the craziest AoE damage of all time with a quadruple Sonic Wave, double Sonic Wave, and everybody was blown up.
Yeah, and they didn't have enough right click to bring her down through the BKB. I mean, she's only got a 5-second BKB. Of course, does have the refresher to double that duration up, but once she has it popped, they really have no answer for her. They're able to bring down Quista early, but still, they lose the engagement heavily here. And now their mid lane Arax is going to be forfeited, it seems. Baba, they're going to be jumped on Sonic Wave through 2 again. He's going to pop the BKB, but it's far too late. Trying to back off, he will be brought down. Doesn't have buyback. Era's already expended his buyback. Jonas Fan as well. Era trying to man up against the Bloodseeker is standing still, ruptured up, and needs to be able to blink back. Ricky jumping forward, trying to find the Queen of Pain. He's going to be brought down. No buyback available for him. And now things looking very grim for the Radiant side. Seems like we're going to get to a game 3 here. Is the curse still alive in the Hitbox Challenger by Razor? No team to win 2 challenges in a row. And Taco Life had the opportunity to take it here in game 2.
Yeah,
and now
but
it's looking
Techies just too strong. I'm sorry, Chet, you were totally wrong with your Ricky little vote. Anyway, there's a nice little Fisher by the Storm Spirit, instantly hopping onto it. Handscan not fast enough to actually do anything here, and the Orchid is just bringing him down. There's the Techies using the BKB just because he was not sure if those right clicks are enough. Now the Techies finally finishing like an Scepter, but I think this game is already through. It's 1 Rex left. The tier 2 tower was already down, so they can go straight for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of gold to be had here if Taco can mount a defense, but still 28 seconds on the sideline for their Ricky. And they're going to jump forward with an Eknard Requiem once again. Mana Void comes through, doesn't kill anyone off, and GG well played. 39 minutes in, SFZ going to be able to take out the Tacos in Pajamas here. Take this to a game decider.
Yeah, that one was a good one. Oh, well. What else is there to say? Techies is just too strong. You know what's the funny part? I think even in the Chinese tournaments we have casted in the last month or so, I think about 90% of the Techies won. So maybe that tells you something. Maybe we're gonna see a lot more Techies. And this was the first time we saw Techies without any crazy combinations of tiny Techies or Tusk Techies, anything that could throw someone into the mines. This was really just the Techies that was laning, driving people nuts, pretty much.
Yep, and SFZ will have choice of first pick or side in the game 3 as well. So looking good, rolling in with the momentum.
So guys, that being said, my name is Heflamoke, casting here with our resident Canadian caster, More Rage Please. You can find him on MRP_Dota. After this series is over, that means after the next game, there will be a giveaway by Razor here on the Hitbox channel of Razor. So stay tuned, game 3 is coming soon, and we go into a 5-minute break for some music, some ads, and whatever else you want to grab, like a drink, a beer, your wife, just bring it to the game 3.
GG guys.